Hey, what's up, folks? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals and ConciergeBullion.com. Man, I got this one up late tonight, 7:16, and wow, the Miami Coral Cam still has light. I can still see fishes. They look like they're getting ready to go to sleep, as should we. Couple hours, some sleepy time for me as well. Anyway, sorry about the late report tonight. Just been so damn busy, and got to keep this one short as well. Well, let's get into. Man, not much to say. Same old shit, different day. Same old shit, different day, etc., 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 etc. You can tell it's been a long one for me. And all you got to do is just take a look at the general news out there. Bernie Sanders blocks proposal which would avoid rail strike prologue to third war. Gosh damn it. Typhoon warnings, all this. Nothing good as far as... just, politically, nothing good. Economically, nothing good. And as far as ecologically, storms and all this other kind of stuff, well, you know what? I got to be thankful. We haven't had any hurricanes here on the east coast of the United States or anything serious like that. So we've been pretty blessed so far, but it looks like China's going to get hit with one. And what's that going to do to all those products that we depend on that come from China? Not good as well. So more or less, really, same old shit, different day, folks. But here, let's talk about precious metals. And before I get into precious metals, Ted Butler had a really interesting thing to say here that I thought was worthy of repeating. And again, I don't like to read his paid newsletter. I don't think it's a big deal to report or to share with you little pieces of it. And this is nothing new to a lot of you folks out here. Ted Butler says, I believe that Goldman Sachs and Bank of America must have sharply increased their gold derivatives holdings and not silver. And think about this, folks. The price of gold has kind of dropped down quite a bit. There's been a large increase in the commercial short positions in gold in the COMEX markets, in the gold markets, not so much the silver markets. The silver markets have let up quite a bit, but much more in the gold markets, and I think Ted sums this up right here as well. I believe that Goldman Sachs and Bank of America must have sharply increased their gold derivatives holdings and not silver, because no one could be so dumb not even Bank of America to have sharply increased silver derivative holdings, at least on the short side. And I still believe that the dummies at Bank of America are holding 1 billion ounces short position in silver still. You would have thought, folks, that they would have exited the position if they could. We've talked about this in some past videos. I'm not going to rehash some old stuff here, but apparently well, not apparently, but it seems, and Ted Butler believes that they are still holding 1 billion ounce short position in silver that's owed to J.P. Morgan, the sly foxes in the hen house. And who are the hens? Bank of America, I think. Unfortunately, Ted says, I believe that the OCC changed its methodology for the precise purpose of muddying the waters in response to BOFA's shockingly large silver derivative position. After all, the OCC has every opportunity to point out why Ted's allegations are incorrect about Bank of America. However, folks, if Bank of America at this sub $20 silver level still owns this large silver short position and physical that they owe to J.P. Morgan, then you have to question how smart these people really are, or how much power they think they have to manipulate these markets to make sure that they don't lose on that trade. No less, it's just kind of what I've repeated for a long time. This freaking game is rigged. The COMEX, CRIMEX markets, the price of silver, the price of gold is rigged in these commodities markets. Whether it's the LME, whether it's the London Bullion market, whether it's the COMEX, CRIMEX markets, the Globex markets. Rigged. However, if you were just buying a sheet of paper that said you own so much in this company or that company, and all you could do with that sheet of paper is burn it, and keep you warm during a cold winter, which we don't have in Florida, but you'd have a cause to worry. But the beauty of gold, silver, and platinum is it's been around for 5,000 years. And when you're buying physical, you're not buying a piece of paper that says you own something, or some fictitious product, not fictitious, but some product that you really don't own, some service you really don't own. When you buy gold and silver, especially on the physical side of it, you're buying something that's been around for 5,000 years, that's held its value, that is really all about wealth preservation. But again, I'm not going to get into that. And what this manipulation has done by all these major corporate entities in the Crimex markets is allowed us the ability to buy filet mignon at $3 a pound, and lobster at $3 a pound or $1 a pound. I don't care what measurement you use. And it's just kind of similar to how the United States was built on being able to buy cheap oil for a long time. You know, we're going to look that gift horse in the mouth as well. You know, the one thing that we've done well, you know, and unfortunately on the back of wars and all that kind of other stuff, is we've been able to have cheap oil for a long time. And nobody's complaining about having cheap oil except for oil investors. And that's how a lot of gold and silver investors feel too, like oil investors for many, many, many years. But at some point, the gig is up. The gig is up on cheap oil. The gig is going to be up with gold and silver, cheap gold and silver prices. Let's take a look at where they're at today. Bargain basement prices sub $1,700. Let me do a quick refresh here. Courtesy of CCE, a subscriber network, kind of like a teletype system. In fact, I had one of the original guys call me, a guy named Slocum, that ran this system, started this system, CCE, Certified Coin Exchange, or the teletype system, so to speak, for coin dealers and scrap metal dealers and other dealers. Mr. Slocum, back in 1958 is when they created the teletype system here. I think for dealers was through the 60s as well. Interesting stuff, but I'll get into that later. Bargain basement price is $16.98, 1968, 910. Folks, again, we're living in the age of cheap oil as far as gold and silver goes and platinum goes. We're living in the age of $3, $2, $1, whatever frick you want to call it, filet mignon and lobster. And no one's going to complain about that except for lobster fishermen. The only people complaining right now about low gold and silver prices are investors mostly that haven't got the double ups and triple ups that they got into the metal for, rightfully or wrongfully. And the people that fish for lobster, they got to complain at cheap lobster prices. And also the people that raise cattle for those cheap cattle prices and the cheap oil prices. And that's what we're looking at with the price of gold and silver, just cheap prices on the backs of the people that produce it and on the backs of investors that are holding on to it. Because what the point is, like cheap oil, like cheap everything else, that'll change. And it's the same thing with precious metals, gold, silver, and platinum. We're looking at a different level here coming up in the next year or two. And I absolutely feel certain about this. There's no way they can hold these prices down as far as they have, especially with boneheaded moves by large derivative positions, as Ted points out, by Bank of America, which will possibly blow up in their faces. Or anyways, I'm not going to get into stuff that we talked about over, and I'm just so bored about this stuff. And I want to get this video done fairly quickly tonight. 24-hour spot gold price. Take a look at this. Look where the monkey hammering occurred the other night. Today and through most of the evening tonight, we're looking at just kind of sideways prices at 1,700. 1,700 seems, quote, keyword seems, to be the low price that we're going to see in gold. And the low price that we've seen in gold for quite some time now, with these extremely manipulated gold prices and silver prices. So 17 looks like close to the floor. Could it go lower? Yeah, very well possibly could. But again, folks, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Just buy those dips if you can. If you can't, just wait them out. And you know, you can always dream that you had waited and bought silver at a lower level. But who the frick has a crystal ball? You know, for you folks that bought at 25 and 30 bucks an ounce, how the hell were you supposed to know that these criminals would be able to monkey hammer? Well, I guess we kind of do know now their ability to do these things. However, you got to look at the time frame. If you're looking to get rich quick on this stuff, man, it just hasn't happened, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. But I think that we're going to see the trend upward in these prices only because there's just no silver out there. But I'm talking about gold right now. Gold, the same thing. prices are monkey hammered downwards, and I like gold at this level, man. The 1,700 and sub $1,700 level, it's a gift. It really is. And again, don't complain about it. It's a gift horse, and don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And for those of you, folks of you that have bought gold at this price and higher, just relax, hang on to it. If you bought it to get rich quick, you bought it for the wrong reason. If you bought it for wealth preservation, great. You could have bought it a little bit cheaper right now, which benefits the new buyers out there, not you so much. But again, be thankful that you can still buy filet mignon at $3 a pound. You can still buy cheap oil right here at $1 or $2, $1 a gallon, or $2 a gallon, or whatever it is. However, like gasoline at $1 or $2 a gallon, like steak and lobster at half the price that it is right now, those days are gone, folks. Those days are gone forever. And you will see the same thing happen with the price of gold and silver. All right, let's move into the U.S. dollar currency index, which is up a little bit. But again, I'm so sick of this. I'm just going to delete this shit because it has really nothing to do with nothing. It's all about the dollar being stronger against the euro or other currencies, not about the dollar buying more. If you really want to look at a significant chart, and oddly enough, a chart that's created by the government itself, it's the St. Louis Fed that creates this chart. Consumer price index for all urban consumers, purchasing power of the consumer dollar, and the U.S. city average. Take a look at this in the last year. Look at the buying power of your U.S. dollar. Pretty much shit. Gonna go to shit even more. The only reason you're seeing this is because of some tightening. But if you look at the chart overall, this trend upward never continues upward. It's always temporary. Take a look at this. If you were living from 1920 until let's see here, what is that, 1933, when they changed the price of gold. Not at dynamics that are hard to explain here, but you can't compare this time to that time right here. This is what we're looking at, folks, just an overall decline of the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar. And again, that is why you want to own gold and silver, because of wealth preservation, not about doubling up, not about making a lot of money in the short term. It's about preserving what you have. You spend the first 40 years of your life making the money, and the second 40 trying to keep it. And I paraphrase something, and that may be totally incorrect, but close enough. Well, what's the best deals out there? The best deals are definitely gold bars for sure. Still, that spot plus 74.69 or whatever the hell it is, bucks or less. I advertise to beat APMEX, SD, and J and Bullion on large bullion deals. I'll beat the big guys out there like Miles Franklin as well. So if you're listening to my video and you have tons of money to spend, I'm the man to see. Also, if you're just spending a couple bucks, I'm the man to see. You know, I don't differentiate between people that sell. Well, that's not entirely true. When someone's spending a large amount of money with you, you spend a little bit more time with them. But you know what? I have as much respect with someone that spends $20 with me that would spend $2 million with me. And that's, honestly, God, that's the truth. As long as they're respectful people, I have as much respect for. You know, money is not my gig, really. You know, I'm here to make money and stuff, but I don't respect people more because they spend more money. However, you know, again, business tells you that people that spend more money get to spend a little more time with them, but no less on a respect level, on one-to-one. The guy that's sitting across from me that's buying 1 ounce of gold, 1 ounce of silver from me is just as important as the guy that's spending thousands of ounces of gold or silver with me, hundreds of ounces of gold or silver with me. But anyways, I digress. Who am I? I'm Brian Kuzmar. I've been doing this since 1977, second generation dealer. This is my plug, folks. So you can fast forward from the screen if you don't want to hear my sales pitch here. But if you're buying gold, silver, precious metals, and you live in South Florida, we're the people to see at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We're a brick and mortar. I also have ConciergeBullion.com, which deals with people that are dealing in larger quantities, like 100 ounces of gold or more, or 2,500 ounces of silver or more. We can accommodate you over the phone and deal with you directly from your home. And again, if you're dealing in under those amounts, if you live in South Florida, I can deal with you directly. If not, I recommend you find a good local dealer. What's the best deal out there? Gold bars for sure, like I said, at 69 to 74 bucks over. Gold Eagles, spot plus 155 small quantities or less, and my prices beats most guys out there as well on those. And there's everything in between those. Again, if you're buying gold in South Florida, or if you're looking to buy large deals anywhere in the continental U.S., please give me a call. I'll give you a very competitive rate, and I'll take care of you for sure. And as far as silver goes, same thing. It's still bars, folks. It's still silver. Give me 1 second here. Still 100-ounce bars are the best deals out there. A spot plus 290. There seems to be delays in some of the generic products right now. I'm sure that they're cranking out product as fast as they can, but there's big demand for generic product. Why? Because it's reasonably priced. Unlike Silver Eagle at spot plus 11, 12, 13, 14 bucks, whatever the frick they are, overpriced. Unlike 90%, which I've always loved in the past, overpriced. 100-ounce bars are spot plus 290. You may see some delayed delivery on those products as well. And kilo bars would be the next best deal, as are 10-ounce bars and 1-ounce bars. Again, I advertise to beat APMEX, SD, JM Bullion. And if you're dealing in large quantities, I'll beat the big boys out there as well if you're buying larger quantities. Hey, I think I'm going to call it quits right now because, man, a long day, and I'm getting these reports done a little bit later. Sorry about last night's report. We uploaded it late in the evening because I did get the video done late, and for some reason it didn't upload, and I didn't notice till this morning. So thanks for thanks for watching this morning's video, which was really last night's video and tonight's video. 2 videos in one day. Well, that's to make up for the one I missed yesterday. Well, thanks for watching the dollar versus the world, folks. I can't get in the comments right now, but please hit that like button if you get a chance, and please also hit the subscribe button. It helps me out and gives me an idea who's watching and whether I should keep doing these things, man, day after day after day. I don't really take vacations too much from doing these videos, and it's really important for me to see that what I'm doing and what I'm talking about here is helpful to other people and profitable to me to some degree, because again, remember, I got to make money off doing these things. Regardless, if I'm not making money off doing these things, it really is helpful to know that I'm helping other people in other areas to make money as well. All right, that's it. I'll start blabbering, and I'm really tired right now. Think for yourself. Question authority has been my theme for the year, and this is Brian Kuzmar with ConciergeBullion.com. Let's see if this page loads, actually. Slow as it is. If you're buying, there we go. If you're buying more than 2,500 ounces of silver, more than 100 ounces of gold, please look up ConciergeBullion.com. There's the address right there. Or you can call us at this number right here below, which is 954-302-2046. If we don't answer, leave a message. We'll get back to you. If you live in the state of Florida, and you can visit us at our brick and mortar store here at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. You can buy anywhere from $2 or $3 worth of silver to $200,000 or $300,000 plus worth of silver. Same thing with gold. Across the board, we're very competitive. We're a local store that's been here since 1995, and I've been doing this since 1977. So please consider us if you're buying or selling any type of gold, silver, and precious metals in Florida. Hey, thanks for watching. Have yourself a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.